See the display cabinet here. It looks just like what you might see at a normal store. You can see the various strains of marijuana, Super Jack, Purple Urkel. Above here, you can see the medical edibles. You got cookies and brownies. This place will actually do $20 million in sales. Of course, they pay taxes on all of that. But the guy who is running this place says he wants to pay more.
From this vantage point, it resembles a bank, except the green isn't cash.
Like Top Shelf or High Grade?
Yeah, Top Shelf.
But it could be a cash crop for the city of Oakland.
How much more in taxes would you have to pay?
I will pay between $350,000 and $400,000 in additional taxes every year as a result of the excise tax.
Most business operators wouldn't be too thrilled about that. But Steve D'Angelo says he and his lawyer came up with the idea to help Oakland with its money shortage. The city's more than $80 million in the hole.
So we think it's appropriate to take some of our excess funds and circulate them back to the community in its time of need.
So out of that came Measure F, approved unanimously by Oakland City Council to let voters decide in balloting by mail whether medical cannabis should have its own special tax. To city leaders, it's an absolute no-brainer.
Given that the medical cannabis dispensaries are something that was legalized in California, why not have the revenue from it?
$111.95.
To be clear, the revenue wouldn't be hugely significant, up to $1 million annually for the city. But the dispensaries also have another agenda.
How much of this is also about you and other dispensaries wanting to be seen as good neighbors and legitimate businesses?
A lot of it is about that. We very much want to be accepted as a part of the community. We believe that we are a positive force within the community, and we're always looking for opportunities to demonstrate that to our fellow citizens.
And they hope that could lead to greater acceptance of medical marijuana everywhere. No formal opposition has emerged, but some drug fighters say it sends the wrong message.
The taxation of a federally unlawful drug is just not something that the community should accept.
But California has made marijuana legal, at least for medical purposes, and as communities around the state suffer revenue shortages, it's clear the debate will continue.
And here we are in the plant section of Harborside. You can see they sell live plants for people to take home. This is called Great Punch. In terms of the election, John, the polls, it's actually a mail-in ballot, but the election ends at the top of the hour. At this point, we are told about 50,000 people have cast their ballots. That's about a 24% turnout, and it is widely expected to pass. And with that, as one dispensary operator put it, and I want to make sure I quote him accurately, he says, "We are, quote, moving toward being accepted like Budweiser beer." John?
That's an interesting way to put it. So Dan, assuming this goes through, is this a unique case, or are other cities interested in a pot tax?
Well, you look at a city like Los Angeles, John, and there are more than 600 medical cannabis dispensaries in Los Angeles. There are more places to buy marijuana there than there are actually McDonald's and Starbucks. So it's not surprising that the city council there is also looking at taxing medical cannabis. They see big dollars with this. And also Sacramento, of course, we've been talking all day about the state's budget woes. There is a state assemblyman there from San Francisco who has actually proposed a bill to tax and regulate marijuana just like you would alcohol. And according to some estimates, that might bring the state as much as $1 billion a year, John.
Can't say I ever thought I'd hear the sentence, more places to buy marijuana than Starbucks and McDonald's.
Yeah.
Dan Sutton for us tonight. Dan, a fascinating